Welcome, everyone, to this edition of Talented Universe on this glorious Sunday, November 17th, 2024. Quickly, I would like to introduce my co-host, Liz. Liz, how are you doing this morning or afternoon or evening, depending on where you are?
Well, for me, it's still morning. It's a little bit cold, but I'm doing great. How about you, Michael?
I'm hanging in there. We're just rolling along. We are so excited that we have two guests from this season of The Voice with us today, Kiara Vega and Aliyah Khaylyn. Is that correct?
Yes, Kaylin.
Great. Okay. Okay, that's great. I'm glad I did it. I'm going to start with Liz. Liz, would you like to ask an exciting question to our guests?
Well, actually, I have a couple questions for both of you. Um, yeah, you knew I would.
I knew
Um,
you would. Yes, that's why I went there. So,
Kira, I have a question for you. You have said that you were raised in a very large musical family.
Mm-hmm.
And also, not only that, with your heritage, music is kind of the heartbeat of your family.
Mm-hmm.
How you and your twin separate yourself either musically or because of what you do with other endeavors in your life, like the beauty salon that you guys want to do, um, to differentiate yourself. You like this type of music. Does she like the same music, or does she like something different? Or
So me and my twin, we have a lot in common up to the music taste. Like we like everything. Everything that we like is pretty similar. We differentiate ourselves like with like art. Like she likes to draw. I don't draw as much. I do it, but I'm not good at all. Like she does like songwriting sometimes with me, but her passion and everything else is mostly like art versus me. It's like singing and like she likes makeup. I don't like makeup that much. I mean, I do it on myself, but I'm not too good. It's very similar. I'm not gonna lie. Being a twin, the similarities are very similar. We like the same thing.
well, you're an identical twin too, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah, I am.
Yeah. So that even makes it more difficult, which is why I was wondering what differentiated you, your own
Mhm.
personalities. Can you stand out amongst the family with that? And
Oh yeah.
obviously, with your voice, you most definitely can. So you stood out on the voice, I'll tell you that much.
Thank you,
Um,
thank you.
you're welcome. Aaliyah, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Would you please give us a bit of a rundown of exactly how you came to be not only singing in front of the greatest Miss Patti LaBelle,
Mhm.
and how you came to then do a Teddy Pendergrass movie? I'm
Um,
dying to hear this.
I it was actually a scholarship award that I was applying for at a young age, and it's for any artist in Philadelphia. And I applied and I got it. I got it 2 years. So I am the Marian Anderson Recipient Award scholarship recipient for 2 years. It was really cool. And at the end of that whole process, you have to perform. And that time, I was performing in tribute for Patti LaBelle and Gamble and Huff. So that was an amazing experience. I believe I was only 16. And I did, what song did I do? Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And that song is just so dear to my heart because of that time and that experience that I had. Um, but yeah, and I did it, and I did her wings at the end of the song that that she normally does. It was beautiful. It was very fun. And for the Teddy Pendergrass documentary, same thing. The filmmakers had came to Philadelphia with the performing arts schools in mind, and it was sent out to all magnet performing arts schools. And I went to Kappa High School, Creative and Performing Arts in Philadelphia, and I auditioned amongst basically every performing arts high school in the city of Philadelphia. And I got that as well. And I was able to meet so many wonderful people. I met members of his original band, and I was able to
Oh,
like go to the studio and record with them. And originally we recorded two songs, but they decided that only one song should just be in the documentary. But I really do wish you guys got to see the second song because it was really good. It was Love TKO. Um,
oh,
and it was just a wonderful experience. I mean, being around people who are just legends and have been around legends. They have so much knowledge to offer, and their spirits were just so beautiful. And it was an amazing experience that I was able to go through with my mom, my sister, my brother. They were all a part. And funny enough, because in high school and when I was younger, I used to dance, and dance was actually my first passion. But I saw my ballet teacher there, like the first woman to ever teach me ballet. She's there at the filming, and I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And she's like, "Girl, I'm his wife." And she only went by her first name, so I
Oh,
was
wow.
like, "Oh my gosh, this whole time." I get it now. You went by your first name because you didn't want to say Pendergrass, but
Yeah, you wouldn't know if that was it.
yeah, the full circle moment. It was very beautiful, and I'm very blessed to be a part of both experiences.
Well, she must have really enjoyed your work if you had, gotten those kind of compliments from her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
And
yes,
taught you well too as a student.
yes, yes.
Michael, do you have anything that you would like to say?
Yeah, well, I was going to ask just my normal crazy question. Kiara, I'll go with you. I might spare Aliyah from this one. Do you remember your blind audition at all, or did you go into that daze and just sing your heart out, and you really didn't know what went on until you saw it on TV?
That whole day was like blacked out for me because it just still to this day doesn't feel real. I've never had a panic attack. I had one right before going on stage. I
Did
was
you
like, "What's-"
really?
Yeah, I was like, what's going on?
Oh,
Everyone's like, calm down, calm down. And like while I was there on stage, it just didn't feel real at all. Like once I got like my chair turns, I was like like I almost stopped singing. I was like, I gotta keep going, gotta keep going. But it was exciting and unexpected. Like I still like it was just I blacked out. But I try to remember bits and pieces. I just remember a lot of the backstage stuff, like leading up to the moment.
mhm.
But I for sure blacked out. I blacked out because it
When
just
those
didn't feel
doors
real.
opened up, that was it.
Oh yeah, when they were counting down and I went up on that stage, I was like, no going back now. Like I gotta
Do it.
give it my all.
Yep, gotta
I
do
think
it.
memory took over, and you did what you needed to do.
As soon as I saw the chairs, I got so happy and I was performing. I was excited.
Well, that's Aliyah. Do you want to answer that, or would you rather pass that question and go to a harder one?
I'll answer that question. It was so weird that day. Same, Kiara.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get on stage and it's not real.
Mm-hmm.
Beforehand, it was like I felt, excuse me, I felt like this weird peace, but I was also like, what the heck is going on? Like this is crazy. And then I got on stage, and then you hear the crowd cheer for you, and then it's like you just have this out of body experience, and then you're done with the song. And that's exactly what happened. But it was crazy. I mean, I felt so accomplished. I know Kiara, you felt so accomplished, and it's you're on like you're on a different high, and it's just like, wow, this is beautiful. So I enjoyed it. It was very fun.
You both handled it so beautifully and so professionally. You couldn't tell there were any nerves at all.
Thank you.
Yeah, wouldn't know you had a panic attack.
No,
Nope, couldn't, definitely not told.
Yeah, no, I honestly don't know how I handled myself. Like I was like, how is this happening? I was like, just calm. As soon as I seen Michael turn his chair, I was like, okay. And I'm like, don't freak out. Don't freak out.
Yeah,
it was cool though. It was really cool.
Well, let me go to the chat room. We have a question from Justin Fields. This is to Aliyah. How would you describe the different coaching styles between Michael Bublé and Snoop Dogg? What did each one teach you that the other did not? Would you say you learned more from one or equally as good? And I'm going to add, chances are you learn different things from each one because both of them have their strengths.
Right.
I mean, it's obvious, but I'll let you go ahead and say more details.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Justin, so much for that question. I mean, both of them are amazing, but I mentioned this in another interview, but Michael Bublé has a very cinematic mind when it comes to music. And he's not just thinking of, oh, what inflection can I put here to like, spruce it up or anything like that. He's very he's very cinematic, and he's like, when I hear the song, I see this, and at this point of the song, I see that, and you're walking in Paris, and this is happening, and it's beautiful. It's like, okay, this is cool. Like, this is how you think. Nice.
That is an interesting way. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, it makes sense because Michael has such a cinematic voice, and you know, like when he does film, his voice just rings, and it has so much resonance and character. So that makes sense, and it was a great thing to experience and get into his mind and put myself in that mind frame for approaching the song. And Snoop, he's just so chill, and he's just like, I'm here for you to be you, but to be you on like 1,000. And
You at your best.
yes, you at your ultimate best. And he definitely knows how to bring it out of you. And he knows how to ease the space and not make you feel like you have to perform, you know? It's more of just like, do your thing and don't be afraid to do it. Like, I'm not watching you as a coach or someone that's judging you. I'm watching you as someone that's in the room that wants to help you and like amplify everything you have going on inside of you. They're both great. I mean, Michael, he's very excited. He's very animated. He just lights up the room. He's so silly. And Snoop is just like, come on, girl, like do what you do, you know? So they're both wonderful coaches, and I appreciate being able to have more than one coach. I would say that is the fun part of this show, If You Are Stolen, is being able to experience more than one coach, and also have the merch of more than one coach.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't even think of that. Ooh.
that's very fun.
So would you like to go to all four? I shouldn't.
Yes.
Well, maybe you can just, be nice. And,
Yeah.
Anyway, Kiara, anything that you have noticed in the coaching styles and what you have gotten out of things?
I'd say the same thing Aliyah was saying. He's very cinematic. Like with my battle, it was like we were singing the song and then he just imagined like so much more to it that we didn't even like think of.
Wow.
Like the harmonies, like the beat drop, everything. Like he just like envisions everything in his head while you're singing, which is a really cool way to look at it. And then with me, like he taught me a lot about my stage presence and like how to engage more because like I'm very new to performing. So he really just like tagged along on that stage performance and like how to portray that in a song. And he taught me a lot about that for the most part.
I know both of you in the battles kind of blew me away. It's like you could definitely see you kind of had found your footing a little bit when you came out with your battle. And Aliyah, all I can say is when you came out with your battle is my jaw hit the ground. I'm a humongous fan of Efrain, but you hit the ground and my jaw was literally, I was rolling it up like 10 feet. It was an amazing performance.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's funny listening to you. You actually remind me a lot of Billie Holiday. Some of the tone in your voice. Billie Holiday.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Thank you.
Did I cut you off there, Michael? If I did,
No. That's fine. No, I there's just some static, and I'm just wondering where that's coming.
Yeah, I was getting that too.
Yeah. But anyway, did you have another question, or did you want me to go?
Oh no, go ahead.
Okay. For both of you, good luck on the next rounds coming up. I will say that.
Thank you.
We cannot talk about things coming up, so that's fine. But I want to wish you luck. But I also want to know your journey to get to where you got. Is this something you've wanted to do for a long time beyond The Voice? Did it just happen? Did your mommy make you do it? Or whatever. Let's go with Kiara first. Yeah.
Okay, so leading up to the moment, I had done an online audition. That's how I got on the show originally. I did it like 2 years back, and then I got cut right before flying out. And then I was like discouraged. I was like, I'm not gonna do it again. And then my mom's like, just do it again. Like, you never know. So then my mom, I was discouraged and I didn't want to. Like, I was just like, I was broken. And then my mom, she signed me up and she's like, you have an audition. And then I did it. Everything was like flowing very nicely. It took almost like a year for me to like get the call back. It was a long process. I got the call back and I was just like in shock. I didn't believe it till I was on the plane, until I got picked up. I was like, what's going on? Like, this is not real. It was a long process, but it's still crazy till this day. Like, I still can't imagine myself on TV, and I am now, but it's just like, what?
What do your friends think when they see you on TV?
Well, they're all like in shock. They all see me, like all the people I used to work with, they're like, can I talk to you like a regular person now? Like, I'm not a celebrity. I'm still Kiara. Like, and I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. But no, like mindset, like I've always been humble and I'm still going to continue that. And like me, I still can't believe, like, if it were like in a different perspective and I was just like, yeah, like I'm on TV, like, you know, but I'm not like that. I just still can't picture myself there. I'm like on a big screen. I still can't even process that yet.
It still is a shock for you.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, you had mentioned once, I was reading in something that you'd said that you never wanted to be famous per se, but you want to basically give your gift to God and your voice and with other things. You still leaning towards not being famous?
When I say I don't want to be famous, it's mainly just me thinking of myself in that way, but also I want people to know, like, no matter what level of notoriety I'm getting, my purpose and my gift should overshine that, and that I want you to just see me as a vessel, and someone who is just invested in sharing their gifts to the world for healing or just to make you feel good. I don't ever want to be seen as someone who is like, oh my gosh, she's this. And like, you should just be like, oh, okay, that's that girl. You know, she's super cool. I love her voice. I like her music. So yeah, that's what I mean when I say that. Yeah.
I think that part's already been given. Your voice, I think, definitely from whoever has heard you so far, it's definitely an uplifting tone and the uplifting music that you do. Your voice is incredible.
Thank you so much.
Well, they're both their voices are. I mean, I'm just gonna.
Yes.
Well, yes, definitely.
I mean, they're just.
Thank you.
It's incredible, and we're so happy that you came on with us today. For anyone that is thinking about trying out for The Voice, do you have any advice for them? Things to do, things not to do?
Kiara, you
Don't
want
come on Michael Day's Talented Universe.
Yeah, don't come on my show, definitely.
Kiara, do you want me first, or do you want me to?
I can go. I'd say, because again, this was like a trial and error situation for me. At first, it didn't happen, and then it happened. I'd say just like not to give up. That's like the basics, and to keep going, because you never know what can happen. Like, this was just a blessing given to me, like not expected at all. And it's a process. And if you're not willing to wait, then that's where it won't happen. But if you're willing and you're excited and you're putting faith and everything into this, it's possible. It is possible.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think my biggest thing is just to, number one, don't doubt yourself. Be confident in your gifts and what you want, where you want to see yourself. Be confident in that, and don't ever let anyone slight that, or diminish what you feel you deserve, and what you're aiming for. And also just be very open-minded when you come on a competition show like this, and also give yourself grace. I mean, people see the end result, but I mean, like, competition shows are very strenuous. It doesn't matter if you have 3 days off and then you're on constantly for a week, or if it's the opposite. But competition shows are very strenuous. And you have to give yourself grace and space to recognize yourself as human. even though this is television and, everyone has their opinions and their words to share online,
Mm-hmm.
they're seeing one version of a lot of things. And sometimes even your best isn't broadcasted. But I mean, you have to know that you have to be sure in yourself so that when you do put yourself in these type of situations where there are a lot of opinions and people can, just speak on anything, and whether it's positive or negative, you have to know for yourself, because if you see one negative thing, it can really get to you, and you don't want that in this business. And you want to be tunnel vision with your vision, and be sure about yourself, and not be too hard on yourself. Like, yes, we're here to share our gifts and this is television, but also have fun even in your mistakes, whether your mistakes are shown or not on television. But just have fun. Like, this is a great experience. I would really hate for someone to have an experience like this and be so hard on themselves and not allow themselves to, like, just feel the joy of the production and the people that they are around and being able to meet, and the opportunities that they are able to have while on a show like this. It is really fun. I mean, you meet people like Kiara, you meet people like Edward, and you meet people like Cameron and Najee, Jandan. I mean, like, these are amazing people, and you want to make sure that when you come into a situation like this, like, you're clear-minded and you're just happy to be there, and you give all you have, and it doesn't matter what happens. So yeah.
That is so true. That is so true.
Definitely.
I mean, we have been fortunate to have, I don't know, about 12 people from The Voice this year so far. And I mean, everyone has just been so wonderful.
Yeah.
And each one has talent, and it's a different strength with different people. And it's really amazing. They've got their strengths, and they shine. And the personalities are just incredible. I mean, we've had other people on that have said they've made best friends forever being on the show. And it sounds like to me that you two probably have the same experience with that.
Yeah. The people you meet, all their personalities, it's just like, when you're around so much talent, I don't even know how to explain it. I have such, like, a passion for music. Like, I'm just like, what? Like, when I heard Aliyah first sing, I was like, what? Like, what? I was backstage and we were rehearsing, and I was just like, a powerful voice. And I'm not used to being around, like, so many talented people. So it's like, it's mind blowing, and it's something that's, like, so intimate, and, like, you're around something that you love and everybody feels the same way. So it's a really cool experience. Like, I recommend whoever sings, sign up for the show. You'll meet people that you're gonna have for the rest of your life. Like, I have a best friend, Camila. She was on the show, and she's amazing. We're, like, inseparable. It's crazy. It's crazy what a show can bring to you.
It is. And Kiara, mentioning the fact of powerful voices, you have one of the most powerful as well that I heard. But what made your decision to do multilingual with the song coming that you did?
So with the song choice, it was all, like, for my grandpa that I sang it for, of his passing. I really had that. I shared that story, and they really liked the fact that I sang Spanish as well. So I really did want to come into the show, like, bilingual, and showing them that I can sing Spanish and English for the Spanish community, because I know a lot of people from Puerto Rico watch, and I was just like, this is, like, my moment to share that with them and share that I'm going to bring this on the show. And even, like, a lot of the production people were, like, thanking me for singing Spanish. A lot of the Hispanic ones, they were like, thank you for, like, singing. Like, not a lot of people sing Spanish. So it was just, like, a really touching moment. And I just wanted to share that side of me.
It was remarkable the way you did it. It came through so smoothly. Like I said, you two are a very powerful voice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to let people in the chat room know, if you have any questions for our two guests, please post them right now, because we are going to be leaving this podcast in about 3 or 4 minutes. So if you do have a question, please get it in now. My final thing, and I'm surprised Liz didn't ask this.
Maybe I was waiting for you.
Or you forgot, but Let's go with Aliyah. Who are your musical
I was waiting for
influences?
you.
I know, yeah. That you feel, brought you to this point.
My musical influences, you said?
Mm-hmm.
As far as musical influences, like people who have influenced my music career in my family, or artists?
Both.
Okay, so musical influences as far as artists, I get really excited when I can say this, is hands down Jill Scott, Lettucey, Whitney Houston, Clark Sisters, Brandy, Jessie J. Those are my all-time favorite singers. And as far as musical influences for my family, it would definitely be my mom and my sister and my brother. My mom, I don't even know how she got half of the gigs that we did, but she was just such a social butterfly and such like she can make a relationship with anybody in the room. Like if she was here right now and she did this interview, you'd probably be coming to our house for dinner
Oh,
afterwards.
there you go. Well,
Um,
actually, you're only 2.5 hours away from me, so I might do it.
so she was that way throughout my whole entire life, and she encouraged me so much and spoke so much life into me since a young child, and that's why I'm here today. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
she would have loved to witness this experience, and for those of you who are watching, my mother did pass in 2021, um, and she just instilled so much in me, and that is why I feel so confident of myself and so sure of believing in me, because she did, and I don't know any other way. And my sister, my brother, they have always supported me to just do whatever I feel is best for my music career and just be as ambitious as possible. So those are my three. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Your turn.
So I'd say artists that I look up to and that inspire me in my musical career would be Amy Winehouse. I like a lot of old soul. I'd say Etta James, love her. Jasmine Sullivan, a
Mm.
lot of old school. I love Elvis. A lot of people get shocked when I say that, like Frank Sinatra, obviously Michael Bublé. I love him, love him. I go more towards like the soul side. I didn't really get to showcase that with the songs that I've been singing, but that's something that I love and look up to,
Mhm.
more so old school. And then musical influences in my family, I'd say my grandpa, because he's the one that started the singing and everything, and that's who really like brought me out into doing that, as well as my uncles. They've always been like recording me doing karaoke and telling me I should take it serious. So I'd say them.
Cool, cool. Well, we didn't have any more questions. So, Liz, did you have a final question?
Well, I have a question for Kiara. Actually, I was going to hold till afterwards, but there's a picture you have on your Instagram from New Mexico, and
Mhm.
you're walking down a walk that has a bunch of like lighted fish and all different sorts of things. Where is that? I've been in New Mexico before and in Arizona, but I can't remember exactly where that's at.
There's fish, you said? Let me see. Let me see.
Yeah,
Is it a post that I have?
it's a post that you did. Yeah. Well, we can let you finish.
Oh,
You found
it's
it?
called Meow Wolf. It's like an illusion, like how do I explain it? It's like rooms full of illusions. Like you have to like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. It's a good place to take pictures. It's a really
Yeah,
good
it
place
looked
to take
really
pictures.
pretty.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And Ilea, one thing for you. Are you planning on doing anything more into movie industry or releasing anything soon we need to know about?
I am working on a few things. I will say that. I'm working on some music, and I would love to get into acting. I would love to do Broadway. So I'm hoping to step into that industry as well. Anybody who knows me knows I can be very theatrical, and that's just right up my alley. Um,
Awesome.
so yeah.
How about you, Kara? You gonna do anything?
Well, I'm gonna work on taking music out. I'm going to Puerto Rico soon to reunite with my family and get some music going. And then yeah, I
Ooh,
haven't really
family
released
album.
anything yet, so it'll be like my first big step into music. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, that'd be really kind of cool if you filmed something like with all your family gathered around doing something and your extended relatives from there and some of the back shots of the scenery in Puerto Rico. That kind of could be cool.
The plan. That's the plan.
Cool. All right, Michael, it's back to you.
Back to me. Yeah, well, I said I would like to thank our guests very much for coming. Before I go, Justin made a comment. Aliyah speaks very professionally. I look forward to following her career.
Thank you so much, Justin.
Yeah. Now, just a little housekeeping. I said we have a couple of voice contestants coming on next week. On let's see, on Tuesday, we have Jay Paul coming on at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time. And on the 21st, on Thursday, we have Michael Alexanderson at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time. So we're looking forward to those two. And I would just like to thank all of our audience that has been out there that has asked questions, been watching. You can watch this later if you'd like, after we've gone off air, or and watch it 5 or 6 times, and soak in all this talent that's above me.
Yes.
I mean, it is amazing. And I'm just going to end the program there and say thanks everyone for coming, and we will see you again another time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.